You mentioned Candice Michelle there. You know, of course, a good friend of his show, and now a Wrestling Life Hall
Yeah,
of Famer. Um,
I know. I was so happy.
I mean, what was it about you? I know you've told me kind of off air that Candice was a big inspiration to you and has been, and that an element of your character has been modelled on Candice. What was it about Candice that you were really drawn towards?
I think this sounds really bad, but for me, like one of the things was like she was just so like attractive and sexy, but she was in it like you could just know that that was kind of her. She was sexy. She was, and she did it in so many like cool different ways. She used it, like when she did her Playboy cover reveal, and she was underneath and it lifted. I was like, oh. I love it so much. It was just such a performance, but it was utilized so well. And it was again in that era, you know, all the women were sexy and they all did these sexy photo shoots, but she just did it in so many different ways and they just were so unique to her. And then as a heel, I thought she was just amazing. She was a complete, like, real mean girl. And I think as a heel, you really need to do that.
Mm.
And then when she became babyface, she was just a great babyface. She was just fun. She was, again, still like sexy and everything, but she also overcame that like diva search image that I think still to this day, a lot of women in the diva search are, it's put on like, oh, they only got into it because of the diva search. They were models and then they became wrestlers. And I'm like, do you know how hard it is to be a wrestler? So to go from something, get thrown into a business and instantly be put on TV in front of like millions and millions of people is really difficult. So for her to, you know, do all that is, to be honest, really incredible. So I think that's also why I have such a strong love for the Diva Search girls, because I'm like, I went into it thinking, oh, it won't be too difficult, it'll be fine. And then I've come out 2 injuries later and I'm still like, oh, still getting involved. But no, so for me, yeah, she's just such a huge inspiration. I loved her gear as well. Her gear, like, I don't know how you'd say it, how it, like, it growth. It was the corset, and then it was the two pieces, then it was the trousers, and now it's like the bodysuits, and oh, I just love it.
Well, I hope you two get to meet one day because Candice is just she's such a good soul, and I'm sure you two would get on like a house on fire.
I know, I wish, honestly. It's like, oh, if I could meet anyone from wrestling, it would be Candice Michelle.